Hey guys, I'm almost done with work for the day, but I wanted to make a video about honey jars because I changed my hair and I'm feeling very rejuvenated and renewed and sweet and happy. It's also almost Valentine's Day, so if you want me to do a honey jar for you, now is the time. Get a consult so I can get to work. But the info I'm gonna share is whether you're getting it from me, another person, or you're doing it at home. It's kind of universal. I love honey jars. They are my gift. Sweetening is one of my gifts. I'm not boasting, it is what it is. Everyone has their, their strengths. I have worked miracles, life-changing results with honey and other stuff, so I love it very much. I don't do anything for you guys that I have not done on myself, so I have that confidence and I know that it works. And people think that honey jars are just for love, romantic. That's not the case. It's not. You can do a self-love honey jar on yourself, a love spell on yourself. You can do one for your friends, co-workers, bosses, family. Obviously, you need to do some type of divination because you might be wanting to sweeten the person up, and your spirit might want to do something harsher and a little bit more dark. It just depends. Because your spirit might know something that you don't, or your guides. So always check, but you can use them for money, for good luck. It makes me so happy because I've seen what it can do. And I don't abuse it, okay? Do y'all, and this is a downside to my gift. Do y'all know how many men, especially brujos, I've been like, did you do a honey jar on me? No? Well, actually, I might have, to be honest. When I was younger, and especially if they had good pee-pee. And they work. I've done it with Anaisa. I've done it with Mama Choma. I've done it just myself. There's a lot of spirits you can work with for them. But the biggest thing that's been on my heart today about this, honestly, is if you are doing any type of sweetening work, whether it's a honey jar, a sweet bath, you got one of my soaps for sweetening or anything like that, you cannot, and please excuse my nails, I've been making jewelry, so I can't have my nails done for a while until I'm done. You can't be sour and bitter and conniving and mean-spirited, and I know I can be a little bit sassy, but I'm not malicious. I'm not a hater. I'm very self-centered. Because I have certain things that I want for myself, and that's where my focus goes, I don't really care what anyone else is doing, unless they're doing something to try to disrupt me, then yeah, I care. But you'll know how I feel about gossip. You'll know how I feel about being hex happy or curse crazy. And y'all know the reason that I talk about that fairly often is because I have seen the worst of it. Okay? Absolute worst. And there's a lot of mentally ill people getting a hold of magic. Especially in ATR. It's the spirit of the colonizer, I swear to God. And yes, I'm light, okay, but I have Taino and African ancestors too. And Romani. Romani people were also. It's just that controlling, domineering, narcissistic energy. Bitter, sour. Like, oh, if I can't have this, you can't have it either. Or if I can't have you, no one can. Yeah. You can't be in that energy and then run to Aguas Dulces and be like, Mama, can you sweeten up my life? She's gonna be like, can you sweeten up yourself? Can you be nicer? Can we start there? Like, it's so important because everything is vibration. And you and your work, or work that you got done for you, you want to be as connected to that as possible if you're trying to better your life. Okay? You have to do your best to be nice. I'm sorry. Kind. I've learned that this year. I'm kind, but I'm not nice. Nice is a pushover. Nice is a doormat. Okay? I'm kind. I'm friendly. But I have boundaries, right? And I try to be sweet to everybody, and I've always gotten that compliment. Like, oh my God, she's so sweet. You're so sweet. She's such a sweet girl. A sweet drink for a sweet girl. Here you go. Yeah. It comes naturally, boo. And I love sharing that with y'all. But I also want you to use this as an opportunity to see where you might need healing, right? If you feel like, okay, I'm gonna do this work, or I'm gonna get it by Nikki or someone else to sweeten things up between me and myself, or me and this person, and you pay for the work, or you do the honey jar, and you still carry so much resentment, what I would do, because I can feel that in a reading, in a consult, you know, by listening to your voice, your emotions, your tone, the words you use, I can tell if there's a lot of baggage. And trust me, if you'll leave anything out, the Spirit's gonna come and fill me in if I need to know. I'm not nosy. I will never breach someone's boundaries. But I can tell when you guys want a love spell or a sweetening, but you also carry a lot of pain from things that happen between you and this person. Or if it's on yourself, it's things that you've been through or have had done to you, or you've done to yourself. I would do a healing work if you want a love spell. I would do that first. That's just my opinion. And then sweeten things up with that person. And you're always going to have that in the back of your mind, you know? It's always going to creep in. But the good thing about honey is it's sticky and it flows, so it's going to fill in the cracks energetically. It's a very strong healing element. It's a very strong healing substance. And there's a million other things I use with it. I don't just get someone's picture or personal effects and put it in a jar of honey, and that's it. No. I have this down to a science. And even then, I still ask my guides. But they have made that very clear to me, because I used to be that way. And I've had people do honey jars on me. And other things. But because I resonate with that energy, I don't really mind, you know, because I resonate with it, so it's gonna raise my vibration. So I'm like, thank you. I don't know if I'll ever love you again, But thanks for the good juju. But I used to do that, especially when it came to love. I would be angry at him because of things that he did, and the things that he did hurt me. So we have anger / resentment, sadness and hurt and pain, but I would also desire him. So I would do a honey jar, and it would work, but I would always sabotage it because I was not fully open to receiving what I asked for. And y'all have done it too. Y'all have done it with honey jars that I've made you. It happens. You know, it's nothing that I'm berating you guys about. I just don't want you to waste your supplies and your money. You just need to be as sweet as you can. Not a doormat, but be honest with yourself. Can you get past whatever the problem is? Or maybe you did something and you need them to forgive you, or you feel like you need them to forgive you. Then there's a little bit of domination and stuff that goes in there, but you don't have to be a doormat, but be sweet, you know. Use your feminine energy. Quit nagging. Quit nagging. This irks me so bad when I see women do this chronically. God gave you feminine energy if you're a woman, or a feminine man. Use it. Try to ask him nicely and sweetly. Use the power of suggestion. Like, there's so many other ways to talk to a man than like berating him. Because trust me, I've been there, because I can be a little fireball and hell on wheels, like my daddy used to call me. But I learned that if I care about this person and I want to be with him, that's not the way to fix things. It's not. And it causes a lot of inner resentment, you know. And my spirits made sure that I got that through my head, like, pick one. Like, if you have a problem with him, be more civil and clear and feminine about your issue. Speak clearly, cry a little bit if you need to, you know, don't yell, just healthy communication. And if he doesn't reciprocate back, then you need to reevaluate. But I know this was for somebody, because I'm going on tangent after tangent after tangent. So, there's like the energy part of it. Quit asking for sweetness if you're doing like a lot of sour work and you don't know how to cleanse yourself. I don't know if I said that already, because I tried to film this video before and it didn't work. So, yeah. I see this a lot. Like, it's just a cynic. And if you don't know how to properly cleanse yourself, cleanse your space, do the work right, protect yourself, you're gonna be an issue. Try to move the jar like once or twice a week minimum, because honey will start to crystallize and you want that movement, you know, flow back and forth. You want all the petition, the pictures, the herbs, everything to be covered in honey. So you want to tip it. That's why if y'all get one from me, you'll see a little teeny tiny gap at the top. I don't fill the whole thing with honey. I leave a little bit of room so that you can shake it. So you can symbolically get things moving and keep things moving. What else? if you are going to dispose of one, because I've had a couple of clients ask me, if it's something that's for the long haul, and you feel like you're going to be in your home for a while, like another year minimum, I don't see anything wrong with burying it in your backyard, front yard, whatever. I don't really like littering. I think it's a sin. So I try to keep my disposal of glass and whatnot to a minimum. I try to keep like non-biodegradable stuff out of nature. Now, if it's for something I really need and I really need that work, Earth understands. Just give your offerings, give your love. Like my Madrina always says, plant a tree, give the plants some water, do something to show that you do respect the earth. It's just your guides are telling you, okay, it's time to take this to nature, take it here, if it's glass or something, and please, for the love of God, do not throw glass in the ocean. Ugh, just thinking about that, breaks my heart. Because, that can hurt a bunch of animals. And species and marine life in the ocean. And I don't even eat seafood anymore, because as cliche as it is, I feel like I'm eating my brothers and sisters. So, it's I feel sick every single time I eat seafood. I'm not allergic to it, for you nosy ass motherfuckers. I'm not allergic. Okay, I love seafood. But, that's one reason I don't eat it. I have a big, big heart for the ocean. You can go down to the water and pray. You might not even need to do a honey jar. Just pray, pray, pray. Cleanse yourself. Water, in my opinion, is I don't want to say the strongest element. It's one of the most, I will say, because it represents life. It can do so many things. It can wash away negativity, cover you in healing, help give your life flow and stability, because you have the riverbank, right? The river is the feminine, the riverbank that holds it is the masculine. So if you can get both, there you go. Also, the jar is the container. So there's the masculine. Structure, stability, protection. See what yeah. Y'all get my drift. What else? Obviously burn candles on it once a week, at least. Don't go crazy. You do not need, unless it's an emergency, which I would not even use a honey jar as an emergency thing. At that point, you need to go to Palo or something. Where it's super fast. And I do honey jars in Pablo. Don't get me wrong. But I do them other ways too. Yeah. They're good for court cases. What else? Just be careful who you put in a honey jar. The stories I could tell, the Lord. Ooh. You guys. And I've never done an amane. I can't roll my R's. Okay, I speak Puerto Rican Spanish. I've never done an amane in a honey jar. Okay, I'm not guilty of that, but I have done sweetening. This one time, I did it with Anaisa. Oh. when I tell you that was the best pee-pee of my life. And this is one of the instances where Nikki was spicy and bitchy and 23, 24 and crazy and, you know, temperamental. But yeah, it worked. On the 21st day, we were on the trampoline. So, I love them very much. They're so healing and powerful. As long as you do it the right way and you use common sense, like, don't be super bitchy if you're trying to sweeten someone up to you. It kind of makes sense, but, you know, emotions are very powerful, and that's another reason that I like the water, because it helps you connect with your emotions and release them if you need to, so that you're not all spastic. And if you want to get a honey jar from me and you feel like you need healing work with it, there's so many different ways I can do that. I've made healing jewelry for clients before. I've made special soaps, baths, waist beads. If you've had a lot of trauma from SA, or just men not treating you right, anything involving a child, you know, that's a hard one that breaks my heart, honestly. And that's a case for, like, a lot of healing. Like, you need to stay on top of it because there's layers, you know. Same thing with trauma. But like I said, honey and nature will, like, put you back together again if you resonate with it. So, if you want a consult, text me, WhatsApp me at 678-390-0688 or DM me. Okay? I'm gonna get off of here with my crazy headband. I love y'all very much. If you want a honey jar for love, we need to start working. Okay? I love you.